From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Set. Ready.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and 10, give to Harris. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Set. Grenade. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's going to be caught by his running back, Harris. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. And first carry here for Ashton Jeanty. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. And a gun. Here's Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Jeanty on the give. He's headed right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were...
He is rocked. That ball's free. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do!
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Running behind center with Harris. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. He's going deep this time. Brought in inside the 20. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Give him 38 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Harris gets it on the counter. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Harris pushing for the end zone, and it rolls the football. It's not loose. And the Raiders get to it. He's at midfield. 30. The 10. Push for the end zone. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Raiders parlay the turnover into a lead. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Hampton on the return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Play action now for Herbert. To the right, pulled in by McConkey. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First down from the 42. They go play action. Here's Herbert. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. On the play fake, it's Herbert. defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. A 3rd down run with Harris. And it only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return. So that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Darnold looking to throw. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jency. He won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Stopped by Deion Henley. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-3 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They start out with 3rd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. And that's my guy Tonka Hemingway there for the stop.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
We give up the guns. It's Jency. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, the rough showing both individually and collectively continues with this run game. The fumble earlier, and now totally stuffed on that one.
To throw, here's Darnold. Caught just shy of the goal line. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
On third down, Genty trying to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up fourth down. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's just 21 yards down the pike. Carlson's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Darius Davis to return it. He's going well so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
Yeah, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Now Herbert to throw. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Set.
They'll hand it off to Harris. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
The gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Hey, Ram. Go.
Najee takes this one. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
First down, and they go right back to it. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come. Now, here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
Oh, that's got it. Look at the power. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good point. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. A motion to tight end left. On first down, Genty. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the Walls. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Cam Hart up for the tackle that time.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
First down.
Darnold now to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
1st and 10 from the 43. Genty from the gun. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting. It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half.
Daniel Carlson on quarter point.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
Set. Ready.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And off to Genty. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
No luck finding his receiver that time. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked up by Junior Colson.
Darnold's pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing now off the play action. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Chargers 3.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. On the return, here comes Davis. Good work so far. He's got room. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
See the ball.
They'll start with a give to Harris. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Pressure coming, and they take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and the sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead Genty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Another give here to Genty. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
That finds Besh, complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Giving this to Genty. They'll cobble together a yard there. That's Denzel Perryman in on a stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's a screen play to Genty. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Las Vegas.
They'll run. It's Algier. And he's going to have this one down to the 37.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
No gain on the play.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. That's by Besh, left side. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders continue piling onto this lead.
Chargers 3.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set. Ringo.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
And 7 at the 38-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Set.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Go.
Herbert back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Herbert now off the play fake. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers first down.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Chargers who have it to start the fourth quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. New set of downs from the 37.
Set. Motion, motion, motion. Don't stop. Set.
First and 10, give to Harris. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. To the house, touchdown LA! The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Chargers 10.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's second and 14. Now Darnold. Connects on the crosser. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Shotgun give here to Genty. Jukes away from one. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
Darnold looking to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. One after from Carlson is up and gone. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
Chargers 10.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Set.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
The Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Set. Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Hampton. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said,
he's got it inside the 25. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. What is it?
They'll run with Hampton. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
these big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They go to him again. Fights his, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Chargers making the scoreboard look a touch better. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
This will end up as a touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it. Genty. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. First down play, nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
We're going to set. Yo, lady.
From the gun, Darnold. That's taken in by Tucker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Counter give to Genty. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back to Genty. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs from 37. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. This is Genty on second. He has room past the 25. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. And off to Genty. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Genty from the gun. The 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now he much more...
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders keep adding to that 4th-quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead.
17.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play, and we've got 2nd and 8.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Hampton. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Well, Brock, I know you know this. There is good trips home, and then there is great trips home. And